So yesterday I posted an ad on Facebook Marketplace saying, hey, my name's Michael. I have a new hobby. I am turning logs into lamps. If you have any unwanted lamps, let me know. I'll come pick them up. So a nice lady in Sacramento, California reached out to me. She said, I have 4 lamps. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be using one of the 4 lamps. We're going to take it apart and we're going to use the material from this lamp, and we're going to transition that material and we're going to turn this log into a new lamp. So if you're keeping up with the channel, which I would recommend doing, it's a great channel. But if you're keeping up with the channel, my last video, I transitioned a manzanita log into a lamp. So today I will be using a log from a birch tree. So the manzanita log, it was in a fork shape, so I'm just calling it a fork lamp. I really, guys, I'm totally winging this here. This thing is not fully dried completely. The manzanita log, that was a prototype. That was the first time I had ever made one of these lamps. And I think it turned out really well because people saw the manzanita and they said, hey, how about you use a birch? Please use the birch. So I'm calling this one Birch Please. I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna stop talking about it and start being about it. And here's just a close-up shot of what we got here. Get a better look at our birch. Okay guys, so step one for this project, I'm going to start disassembling this lamp here. I have this little basket. I'm just gonna throw all of the lamp material in there. This basket is all I will be able to use on the birch. So I think first things first, there's this felt bottom right here. In the bottom, we have this lock ring right here. So I'm gonna need to slip off this nut right there. So this lock ring has been removed there, and now our bottom part is accessible. So to take all of this stuff off, I can also unscrew this part, this top piece right here, allowing me to unscrew. So we can take that, and then I can also unscrew this. So let's see. There we go. There we go. So basically everything is loose here, except for this socket. Okay. So this socket protector right here, this little gold piece, we're just gonna throw that right in the basket. So here's our wires right there. They got them looped, and then they've got them onto these screws right there. So we're just gonna take those wires off the screws, and then we'll slip the wires completely through. Once we get the wires completely out, we should be able to start disassembling everything. We freed up the switch. So we've got the cord, we have this canopy looking thing, we got this rod, we have this weight here, threaded rods, washers, socket protector. Here's the switch. So this is everything I can use for that lamp. All right, let's make it happen. Okay, so I've got it marked out. Top and a little arrow right there. Maybe you can see it. But that just means that this will be the top of my lamp, and the arrow means that this will be the front of it. I think that this right here is the prettiest side of the birch. we were to do a 360 spin, gets a little dirty on the back side. That's why the brush is here. I want to clean that up. And then we're back to the front side here. So I'm going to chop this down just so that it stands up right now. It has kind of a forward lean to it. So I want this thing to sit more at a straight 90-degree angle like that. Not bad. Not bad for a Sawzall. All right, so there's the bottom. I have that marked out right there. Arrow pointing the direction of the front. So now I'm gonna just chop down this top piece right here. It's got this little crack, whatever you want to call that, chip in it from where it was cut. So I just want to get this completely cut to where it's nice and clean, like this. Okay, so I just went through with some blue tape and kind of just went all the way around. I marked out where the centers were. And the reason for this is I will be now drilling down. So as I'm doing this, I'm gonna try to just have my drill follow this tape all the way down. For this one, I want to drill it perfectly so that my drill goes all the way straight down, and then I can flip it over, drill straight down again, and my holes will meet. So fingers crossed here. Little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. See what happens. Say a quick prayer to the lumber gods. I should wear a mask for sure. You guys, holy shit. All right, well, that took way longer than I thought it would. So one thing, I don't have anything in my basket here from our old lamp that I can use as a base to have the wires. So what I think I'm gonna do is on the bottom side here, we've got our hole. So I think I'm gonna drill on this back end right here, and I'm gonna try to have this hole meet right in there, and so our wires would pop out right here. If I just drill and get it to meet that guy right there. So I think that's doable, and that is a solution to not having a base. So I'm gonna grab a drill bit and get on that. So what we're gonna do is start from this backside right here. We're gonna try to get our wires to come down out this way, and then we're gonna see if we can just shove them right on up. And you know what? It would honestly be smart if I were to make like a pull wire. All right. Okay, guys. So we got our wires popping out right there. We'll fill this in with some wood putty. And then we got our wires popping out right there. Basket of goodness here. So I won't be using, might as well just take out all the stuff that I won't be using. So I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need to figure out a way to mount that on there. Let me see what we can figure out. Guys, so I think I've got it figured out here. So I do have this 1/2-inch threaded rod. I drilled down a 1/2-inch hole here. You'll see this thing has a little topper piece here, kind of like a little crown. So what I'm gonna do is show you as I go. So this thing is hollowed out, so I can slip the wires on through. This is how they were doing it on the old lamp. And then I'm gonna be able to just slide that right on down there. I should add some wood glue around here. All right, so I'm gonna wire in the hots and the neutral. Neutral first. So the neutral wire, it has little ridges on it, and the hot wire is smooth. The hot wire is black, neutral wire is white. Person who taught me about wiring and things like that included some racism in his lessons. But you know what? I honestly never forgot, so whatever works, you know. All right. That in there. And where our switch is on this side, we're just going to slip that right on through. It lets us go. All right. Pretty much it, you guys. Super rough right now. I'm going to let this glue sit for a little bit. I guess in the meantime, I can also putty up this backside. And it's probably like 4:30, maybe close to probably 4:30, 4:15, I would guess. Okay, so here's the backside of our lamp. It's the top right there. Just gonna let that glue set for about an hour. And then same thing down here. We got some wood putty. It's wet. Once it dries up, I'll get it more clean. But this is gonna be it, guys. That's our lamp. I'm gonna just let everything dry over. Once it's dry, we'll turn it on, we'll power it up. Pretty cool.